Okay, welcome everyone. I have Mark Arends on the call, and we're going to do a little interview, talk about Mark's experience over the last year learning to play guitar, working with myself. Um, because it's been around a year now that we started. Mark started learning to play guitar with myself, and he's had just a really great experience. He's learned quite a collection of songs. I'd say an impressive number of songs, and so I felt that it would be really good to share this with you guys and hear about Mark's experience and what it's like to kind of go through that process and working with me as well. So thanks very much, Mark, for joining us today.
Yeah, you're welcome, Ian.
Cool. I really appreciate it. So let's start off with what your motivation for learning to play guitar is.
Well, I think I've always, I've always, fancied playing the guitar. Basically, I probably used to watch people playing it when I was a lot younger, and it's always been in the back of my mind. And 20 years ago, I bought a cheap guitar, but I never got really. It gathered dusts for 20 years. And for some reason, I was, looking on the internet, and Ian's courses cropped up.
Cool, fantastic. And where were you with your guitar playing, sort of before we started working together?
I'd had a look around. I'd looked on the internet, these YouTube videos. I'd got a couple of books, and quite frankly, it all looked so complicated. I'd put them down. But it was still in my mind that I really wanted to try and play a guitar. I hadn't actually got anywhere. So
Cool. So we went from near the beginning. And how come you chose to work specifically with me?
it was probably an accident that I found you. And I can't honestly remember how I found you now. It was on the web somewhere. Anyway, I took the plunge and asked for an introductory course to see what it was all about, because I was intrigued. So, well, maybe this is something different. It looks as if it's structured. Let's see what Ian has to say about it. And I was quite impressed during the session, and took the immediate plunge to sign up to the process. I think it was, looking back, it's an excellent sort of choice. It was only 12 months ago. But I was quite impressed with what Ian had to say, and I thought I'd give it a go. I didn't expect, I don't know what I expected at the time. I just expected to be given a bit of help with my guitar playing.
Cool, fantastic. And what was your sort of experience like, sort of over the year working with me? And
Well, initially, when you start playing, I'd never really played guitar before. It was very much all fingers and thumbs. But I found that initially the Django chords in particular just helped you play a song probably within a couple of weeks. I think it was probably 3 or 4 weeks, the fact that you're just concentrating on just 6 chords to be able to play what was reasonable attempts at well-known songs, I thought was really good at the time. I didn't progress too quickly because I was quite enjoying playing the Django chords. I probably spent maybe 3 months on Django chords and upwards of maybe 20 or more songs. So it was really I was impressed with how it was all laid out, and was enjoying myself, quite frankly. So yeah.
cool, great. And since the Django chords at what I call white pick level, you've moved on to some other levels as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite nervous at moving on to what we call the yellow pick level, because it was it's loads more chords. They're all different, and you had to stretch your fingers a little bit more than you're used to. But I'd gained quite a lot of confidence at the Django level, so I was up for it. I thought, well, if I could get through the Djangos, learn to play, I felt that the yellow pick level would stretch me even further, and because the course is so structured, and I think it's structured because it's structured in a way that that helps my learning style. I've got I like good visuals. We get good chord charts. Ian explains what to do in the lessons, and it's regular. So every week there's a new lesson and there's new things happening. So it keeps your interest. You want to learn more. The way Ian's explaining it is easy to follow, whether or not you're a beginner or a more experienced person. Each lesson has quite often an entry level plus a more advanced level, so you can learn so much in just every week really on those sessions. But it definitely suits my learning style. I like good visuals. I like to really have a go and see how it comes out. Not worry too much about making mistakes. But the recorded sessions are excellent. So you go back, you might not have picked up what was going on at the time, but you can go back and look at the lesson again at a later date. And it's really helped. I've tended to concentrate on some songs I quite like. Some I've never heard of. I can always remember learning Margarita. That was, and I'm still looking at the Orange Pig level now. It's got a few extra bits in there that stretch you just that little bit more. But I thoroughly enjoy learning the songs every week. It's because we don't know which songs cropping up. The songs are voted, or they're chosen by members of the process. So it's a surprise every week when we get a new song, and okay, some I've never heard of before, some are well-known songs, and it's good to attempt to play them. You can't do them all because there's about, I think the last count, 250 in the archive that I could have a go at. So you have to be a little bit selective on what you try to learn. Otherwise, you'll never you'll never stick at one. But I've managed one a week in the last year on average. One a week I feel really confident with, and you can pick you can pick different songs, and there's just so much variety really, so much to choose from.
Cool, fantastic. Well, that's some great progress. Do you remember what the first song that you learned to play was?
I think the first song, and in the Django chords, I can remember it was "Stand By Me." It was the John Lennon version of "Stand By Me," and I think, in fact, I think that was the very first one. It was a good song to start with.
Yeah, fantastic, cool. And you've learned sort of pretty consistently at least a song a week for over a year. So would you you're close to 50 songs, would you say?
Right, yeah. When it first started, I can recall saying I'd be happy learning 6 songs in 6 months. And I was amazed at how quickly you picked them up at the Django level, and then went into the Yellow Pig. Obviously, there was more available, but the way they come across it's a gradual process, and the yellow and the orange level it includes a little bit more of the complex strumming patterns and some of the fancy frilly bits to songs, and one a week, and they get easier to play as well. Once you've got, once you've got the Djangos and you've got into the Yellow Pig level, you could probably have a go at most songs in the library. Obviously, some are easier than others, but I think I've accomplished all of the chords necessary to play those songs. I think the strumming patterns, and I think what I'm now involved in is probably more complex strumming patterns and a bit more of picking techniques. But I've kept busy for 12 months. Thoroughly enjoyed the course. Learnt loads of songs, and I really amazed at the progress. I didn't expect to be in this position 12 months ago.
Cool, fantastic. Well, you're doing really really great. Give us an idea of some of the songs that you've learned. What sort of things are you playing?
Um, I think at the initially, yeah, Stand By Me, Maggie May. There was Take It Easy. That was in the White Pick or the Django chords. So those sort of songs. There's a few Let It Be by the Beatles as well. So there's some well-known songs at the White Pick level. At the Orange Pick, we've got that Margarita was a song I really like. There was the John Denver song. His name escapes me now. The jet. Leaving on a jet plane. What am I talking about? And so yeah, I'm having a go at that one at the moment. Made good progress on that, and I was playing a couple more Beatles songs the other day. So yeah, I've tended to put the Beatles songs in their own pack, just so that I can. Because there's probably I'd say there's a good 10 songs in your archive for a Beatles, but I tend to bring them out separately. So I've got a own little system
Nice.
of practice now. So yeah, I think the strumming patterns are interesting because that was an area I'd like to say we've got during the course. The various strumming patterns, and Ian's put together a set of songs with the same strumming pattern, say in one folder, so you can choose half a dozen of songs and practice a particular strumming pattern until you've perfected it. So that works really well, yeah, no, it's gone well in terms of the Orange Pick level. Really pleased with that. Some of the ones I enjoy playing are the Johnny Cash songs. They're quite good. The Ghost Riders is a good song I've played quite a lot, and Folsom Prison Blues. That's an excellent song. So yeah, some of those that I play along to quite regular.
Cool, fantastic. Well, that's great. Well, 50 songs in a year, it's incredible. What does your practice look like? Like how many days a week are you picking up the guitar, and for how long roughly?
Yeah, we've got the. Well, I attend a mentorship session on Tuesday and the song lesson Thursday. In between, I usually find at least 1 hour a day. At weekends, probably that extends to about 2 hours a day. So I'll probably pick up the guitar every day. Used to spend more time learning the strumming patterns and the chords, obviously, but now they've bedded in. I've tended to spend more time now on the song lessons. So,
Right.
so that's how it looks. But I'd say every day I'll pick up the guitar, sit myself away, and probably practice a few of the chords just to keep the flexibility and the knowledge going, and then pick up a few songs to play. So it's. Yeah, probably on average I'm spending a good 7, 8, 9 hours a week probably now.
Fantastic. Wow, that's great. And what would you recommend? What was that? Would you recommend my teaching and the program to someone in the situation that you were in who wanted to play guitar?
Absolutely. I think if you've never played the guitar, you can join Ian's course, and you'll benefit from the way it's structured, the visual aids, all of the song lessons and mentoring that's available. But even if you're a seasoned sort of player and struggling, I've seen people in the course that are struggling with certain aspects of their playing, and so you can join it just to improve your existing skills. Some people join it, like myself, at the very low level, inexperienced Django chords, but others may join having attempted the usual open chords in the past, but are struggling. So, but there's a variety of different people in the same process. But yeah, definitely recommend Ian's process.
Cool. Cheers, Mark. And what advice do you have? Is there anything specific that you would advise a beginner learning to play guitar that you feel would help them with, to get going? Or
I think so. I think if you start, I think you've got to persevere. You've got to stay a bit. I mean, I stayed quite a long time on the Django chords, but that was my choice. I think some people move on quicker, but I think pay attention to the basics. Really, is my advice. Is get the basics under control. Understand the strumming patterns. The usual, the common strumming patterns that are used, and learn the chords, but take your time. Don't rush it. So you spend quite a lot of time just going from one chord to the other, just practicing the chord changes really. But I think if you rush it, you end up getting a bit disheartened. You've got to have little successes over a period of time, and enjoy your playing as you go along, which is what I've found is because you could actually play a song after a few weeks. It keeps your motivation going. It's an excellent way of learning. I think if you were trying to learn the complicated songs far too early, you're going to get disheartened because you can't do it. But it's much easier after 12 months of doing it. It's much easier picking up the complicated songs now than it would have been. I mean, I was all fingers and thumbs to start with. I couldn't play a chord for toffee, but it soon came to you. But you have to just take your time and enjoy yourself whilst you're doing it. Is my advice.
cool. Yeah, great advice. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Mark. I really appreciate you doing the interview, and well done with all the progress you're making over this year and the sort of collection of songs you've got under your belt now. It's really, really superb progress. And just to finish up, do you wanna play something, or
Yeah,
it's up to
I
you?
shall give. I shall try that Johnny Denver song that I mentioned earlier.
Great.
So let's go.
Cool.
Enjoyed that.
Nice one, Mark. Yeah, great. Great to hear you playing. And I know you often sing and play them at the same time as well, don't you? And
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to sing along to some of the ones. Sometimes I don't, but yeah, it's good. It's good. One of the things I enjoy doing. Um, Not sure anyone enjoys hearing me, but
well, I enjoyed that.
yeah, no, good. Cheers.
Cool. Well, thanks very much, Mark. I really appreciate it. And you're like I said before that, you're doing really great.
No, really pleased. Yeah, really pleased with the course. Thank you, Ian.